I'll get chills from the tour performance. My mind goes directly to Sabrina Carpenter. This is my favorite music video of all the Guts music videos. I never really hear people talk about this song. I still have trouble singing the entire bridge and not getting a little choked up. I didn't want to put a song in the bottom tier. Let's tier rank Olivia Rodrigo's Guts Spilled. Let's get started with the tiers. So, knowing Olivia, we know that she loves a good four-letter word.
I do love a four-letter word in every way. I really like the four-letter word theme.
So, of course, I had to do four-letter words. And so for the top tier, I did best. You know, these are the best of the best. And just like my Tortured Poets ranking, I want to keep that top tier to only my 5 favorite songs. And so then the next tier, love, are all the contenders for that top row. These are ones that I also really, really love. And then like, I also really like these. I'm excited when they come on shuffle. Excited that she did them on tour. You know? And then, okay, there's just maybe something about these that I don't love, and so, you know, knocks it down, but not a bad song. And then even for the skip, these also are not bad songs. I personally just tend to skip them more often than listen. So yeah, let's get started. First track, All American Bitch. This is a great track to start off the album. And I've been watching interviews that Olivia did for this album, and I thought it was really cool to learn that this is actually the track on the album that she's the most proud of. And I also thought it was kind of crazy too that this was one of the last songs that was written for the album too. This song would just always bring back kind of happy, make me think of happy memories with this YouTube channel of recreating like the first part of her SNL performance for this song, which is one of my favorite performances that she's done. I'll link it below if you haven't seen that yet. So good. And then that's why I wanted to dress up in that outfit for when I went to the Guts tour. And then yeah, it's crazy too that the clip that I filmed at the concert of this song is by far my most viewed video. And it's the video where I've gotten the most subscribers from too. So I've always wondered if you subscribe to me because of that video and you're still here, if you could leave a little hot pepper emoji below. That would just be really cool to see, because I know I don't really post concert content anymore. If you're still around, thank you. I'm gonna try to not just put everything in the love category. I gotta put it in love. You know, this also, I forgot to say, has one of my all-time favorite concert moments is when during the scream for this song, when she has the whole audience scream and they turn off the lights. There's nothing like just screaming at the top of your lungs with an arena of other people doing the same. It's very therapeutic. Track 2, Bad Idea Right. Like, this song is just so much fun to sing to, and I wish, like, when I was in my early 20s, I wish I had a song like this. This one is actually Dan's favorite, her producer, if you don't know, her producer Dan's favorite on the record. And I watched another interview where she was saying this was inspired because she had actually sent a text to someone that said, "Seeing you tonight was a bad idea, right?" And that she saw that and was like, hey, that rhymes. That could be a good song. I'm going to put this in best because it's just so much fun. The music video is fun. I like how the song, you know, she's kind of talking to everyone, being like, yeah, is this a bad idea, right? And then in the video, it's sort of the universe, you know, telling her like, yeah, this is a bad idea. Vampire. I love Vampire. The song, I think this song is just so smart. I love the kind of metaphor, and if it's supposedly about that DJ boyfriend that she dated, like, that's just kind of funny with the lines of saying, you know, how he only comes out at night. It's clever, and it's a serious song, but it has a little bit of a sense of humor. The tour performance, that one, even when I still watch videos to this day, like, I'll get chills from the tour performance. Vampire, going in the best of the best. In the interviews, she also said when she was out with girlfriends, had the idea for this song, went home on the piano and wrote it pretty quickly within like 30 minutes, but that it was the production with Dan that took 1 to 2 months because they just wanted production to be perfect. And yeah, I think it was worth all that time they spent on it, because the production and the lyrics really make this song a standout. Lacy. When I first listened to this album all the way through, I was not a Lacy fan. Something with it's the melody, or there's always a lyric on an album that I just get hyper fixated on and can let it ruin a song. And so for this album, it's the way this one starts with the skin like puff pastry line. I take that line just way too literal and actually imagine, skin that looks like a puff pastry, which is flaky and greasy. I think she means more that maybe the person's skin is delicious, delicate features. It does tie in nicely with the next lyric of, aren't you the sweetest thing this side of hell? It works, but I just get stuck on that. How do you interpret the skin like puff pastry line? Otherwise, the lyrics are really nice in this song, and it's cool that she took a poetry class at USC where she wrote this poem. It's one of the only songs where she wrote the full lyrics out without any melody. So she usually kind of writes to a melody or has like a melody in mind. I'm gonna put it in okay. Also, out of curiosity, who do you think of when you hear this song? My mind goes directly to Sabrina Carpenter. I just imagine her with ribbon in her hair, a Bardot reincarnate. I do like the concept of kind of being envious of another woman. It's cool. We'll put it in. Okay. Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl. This one has some of the most relatable lyrics. Probably my favorite line is that I stumbled over all my words. I made it weird. I made it worse. Mm-hmm. That's me after like every social gathering. And I have been guilty of searching how to start the conversation on a website. Has anyone else been there? But really the ballad of like any girl, any awkward girl. I am going to put it in love. Next track, Making the Bed. This was one that after I listened to the full album all the way through, the track that I wanted to listen to for the second time right away was Making the Bed. There's just, I don't know, so many lyrics that really stood out to me. And I thought it was such an honest song. I really liked another day pretending I'm older than I am. Another thing, I'm forced to be a sign. I'm someone where I always find signs everywhere. It made me think like, oh no, do I force things to be a sign? That was one that really stuck with me. They tell me that they love me like I'm some tourist attraction. They're changing my machinery and I just let it happen. But when you're famous, it just feels weird to walk around and everyone's coming up to you wanting photos and just wanting something from you. It's gotta be weird. And I think the sign's also very honest of her to say of got the things I wanted, it's just not what I imagined. Damn. Also the live performance, really, really good. I've heard too that she sings a lot of it laying down if you haven't seen it, and I've heard that singing while laying down is very hard to do, so she's impressive. Next song, Logical. This was one where right off the bat, this song was just kind of okay to me. It's still just kind of okay. I do love during the concert. This is when she goes up around the audience on the moon. That is a very special part of the concert. I'm impressed with how honest she was in the bridge, saying brought up the girls you could have instead. Rude. And then saying at the end can't get you off. Ooh, that's honest. Just kind of, it's all right. Get him back. I like the concept of this one. I'm bummed that I now can't think of this song without also thinking of Taylor's I'm Gonna Get You Back. I like that this one's kind of the more fun, silly version, and that I'm Gonna Get You Back is kind of the more seductive version. A perfect closer for the tour. I like this one. Oh, I forgot to mention with All American Bitch, another thing with the performance that I love is it's so cool that she changed the lyrics at the end to the lyrics that she had originally written for the song before she decided to kind of tone it down. It was in the Jimmy Kimmel interview where she talked about that.
It's perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American hips, and originally it was perfect all-American lips and perfect all-American tits. Oh. Like in Get Him Back, it's like, because I miss the way he kisses and the way he made me laugh. And originally it was, because I miss the way he kisses and the way he grabbed my ass. And I was like,
I didn't talk about what I'm drinking. And I saw this label and I was like, oh my gosh, that screams, to me, it screams guts. With the mouth, I'll kind of put some of the artwork that I'm thinking of. Cheers. Next song, Love is Embarrassing. In the interviews I was watching, the album was already done, and then Olivia said that she had the chorus for this song stuck in her head, and so this was a very last minute add to the album. They only had a few days before they had to turn in the album. They just quickly added this song to it, which I'm so happy that they did that, because this one's one of my favorites. It's just so spot on. I think a lot of us have that, those crushes where you look back, or not even crushes, even maybe full-on relationships where you look back and you're like, what the heck was I thinking? That's embarrassing. One of my favorite lyrics is the one, actually I have a few favorite lyrics. I love how just right off the bat how it starts out. I told my friends you were the one after I'd known you like a month. That's me. I also love, I'm planning out my wedding with some guy I'm never marrying. Next song, The Grudge. This song's so good. It's a sad one though, but I really, really love this song. I can't help but speculate on who it's about, especially with the bridge, the part that starts off with the do you think I deserved it all, your flowers filled with vitriol. I've always wondered if the bridge is about Taylor. I don't know, just how much their relationship changed with Taylor being so supportive, and just after all the deja vu stuff, I just feel like you never ever hear them talk about each other. Couldn't help wondering why that changed so quickly. Do you also get vibes of it being about the music industry, critics, and the haters, or do you just think of like one particular person? I think it could be multiple things, especially verse 2. Verse 2 to me kind of screams more that that's about haters, especially with like, you must be so insecure, you must be so unhappy, I know in my heart, hurt people. That sounds like internet trolls. It's so good. I am going to put it at the top of songs that I love. Pretty Isn't Pretty. I love the production of it. It just feels like kind of like a 90s chick flick. This is another one that has so many good lyrics. Put up the whole verse 1. That one's so good. Just the chorus in general. And everybody's keeping it up and you think it's you. I never really hear people talk about this song. Do I want to put it above All American Bitch? I think I do. I really like this song. Really, all the songs so far in Love, they're all basically tied. Teenage Dream. I have a soft spot for this song. I really love the bridge. The song's been out for a year now, and I still have trouble singing the entire bridge and not kind of getting a little choked up. I don't know if anyone feels the same. I don't know why it impacts me so much, but something about just the repeating of they all say that it gets better, but what if I don't? And like, to me it has multiple meanings of either, but what if I don't think it gets better, or it could also mean, but what if I don't get better? And yeah, just both of those feel honest, sad. Olivia said that this is her favorite bridge on the album, and that she wrote it in the shower, and that still makes her sad. So I'm like, oh, both of us get so sad by this bridge. And that this is actually the first song she and Dan wrote that made it onto the album. Such a sweet performance. That performance also, I already loved the song, but that performance made me love the song even more. This one is also going in Love. Now we're getting to the deluxe tracks. First one, Obsessed. And this one, I am obsessed with. Yeah, pun intended. It's such a fun idea to kind of think about if your current boyfriend, girlfriend is telling you about their ex. You can kind of get in your head and almost, become obsessed with them. And sometimes it's just better to not know too much about their ex. That's how I feel. This is my favorite music video of all the Guts music videos. I thought that was such a cool idea of having kind of this reunion of all the exes and they're all wearing their sash. Let me know below, what's your favorite music video from the Guts album? Girl I've Always Been. There's one. I didn't want to put a song in the bottom tier, but this is one. I tend to skip this one. Something just feels different about this song. Maybe it's her voice in it, which I feel bad saying because she has such a beautiful voice, but the way she sings this one, like certain parts.
So don't say that I've been acting, but I'm nothing if I'm not consistent.
This one's just not really my vibe, but I do love the lyric of I've got panic rooms inside my head. That's a great lyric. And sometimes I'll listen, but it's more of a skip, which I hate to do. Okay, Scared of My Guitar. So impressive that she's only 21. She was only 19, 20 when she wrote this album, and to already be just this mature, she put it just so well. You know, second guessing of like, okay, so this relationship's good, but just something's not. I just have this gut feeling that just something's not right. I want to put it in Love. This song almost feels a little kind of sour-esque to me. I feel like this could have also been a deluxe track on Sour. I love Sour too. Stranger. I'm someone, I don't stay friends with my exes. I don't know. I guess just none. Whatever. I don't care. So I like that, yeah, her just singing about how this person that you're so close to, that you know everything about, and how they become a stranger after the breakup. This is another smart song. I would put it in like last song, So American. And it's kind of crazy. For 2 albums, this is her first love song. She and Louis, they're very cute together. I do love the end of the chorus. I do think that's fun. I've never dated a guy who's not American, so I don't really relate to the song, but it's cute. She just writes such a good, angsty heartbreak song. I don't want her to be heartbroken for forever, so I'm happy for her. As of right now, I prefer her heartbreak songs. That's my ranking of Guts Spilled. Basically, all on the top. I mean, most of what's in Love would be in the top tier if I didn't limit myself to 5. Love this album. I'd love to know your top 5 and if you have any skips. I'm excited to see, gosh, just where her career goes, what her next album will be. Will it be another 4 letters? Will it also be purple? I don't know. I'm excited for everything. I hope you enjoyed this video and thanks for watching. It's one of my favorites. And okay. First song, All American Bitch. Man, speechless. First track, All American Bitch. It's quite the way to start the album. So, okay. No, I'm not gonna talk about that. No. That's still one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I'm planning out my wedding with some guy I'm never marrying. Planning out my wedding with some guy I'm never marrying. I feel like with all the overnight success, what do I want to say? Okay, I'm gonna start over on Teenage Dream. She kills it at writing a breakup angsty song, but oops, where did I put that? Oh, I don't want her to be heartbroken for forever, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how. What do I say? That is Guts Spilled. Yeah, man. I can never do intros and outros.